Hello people, it's Dazza at the yard again. I thought what I'll do today is I want to run through 8 items on the Mustang S550. You might have owned one, you might own one, or might be thinking about buying one, and these things are difficult to find. So I'm hoping that actually there might be some use in this. I bet some of you maybe you might have owned one for, I don't know, a couple of years maybe, and you might not know all of these. So I've got 8 little tricks for you that you may or may not know, but I just thought if I consolidate them here, at least then you can you can pick them all up and throw out the ones you already know. Hopefully some of you do know all 8. So let's go into the first point. Sorry for the state of the vehicle. I don't know if you can see it's a load of dust on it. Anyway, let's go into the first one. So with your key fob, you have got a global opening feature. What that does is that that will open the doors and also open the windows. So the only thing you need to do is, here's my key fob for it. This is quite useful on a hot day, as you'll see. And we'll just look at that window. So I'm going to hit the unlock button, and then I'm going to just hit it and keep it pressed down. Okay, so quite a nifty thing. The actual windows now have opened, and that will let the heat out. So quite a good thing there. It doesn't have a global closing, which is like some of the other Fords. Actually, you can hold the lock button. And the windows will shut back up again, but it doesn't have that. So that's number 1. Number 2, I think it's quite obvious, this one. I'm sure most of you know this. You can open the boot from the key fob again. Okay, there's that bottom button on the bottom there. You can open that one. But did you know that also there is a button under here? I'm sure many owners do. So here we go. And there you go. So that's the opening of that. Okay, item number 3. Now, the thing with the fuel, it has got an easy fuel, which does allow you only to put the right nozzle in. And with that, because I think there's a couple of door entries here, it's looking for that right nozzle to go in so you don't misfuel it, obviously, with diesel. In here, you have to take the special funnel. So apologies for the filming at the moment. Let me just take that out, but that's just there. So you can see it's just clipped in, and I'm just going to take that out. Okay, so this is the item. All right, and this will slide into here. You'll have to use this because I don't think there is any other funnel or any other thing you can actually throw in there. You won't be able to get a fuel can type of nozzle in there. So anyway, Ford provide you with one of these, and that will allow you then to fuel the vehicle up, should you need to, from a jerry can or something like that. Okay, so item number 4, this is your access into the vehicle, and let's say the battery has gone flat, and you'll know that there is no key lock or anything like that on there. So what Ford have done is that they have allowed you to get in. If you open the actual key fob itself, there's a little clip there. You want to see that? Okay, just pull that down and then get your thumb in there, and that should open up. Okay, and what they've done is they provide you with a little key here. Okay, so let's get the key out, and this thing goes into the driver door. So let's do that. Let's show that working. Okay, so what we're going to try and do is, using this key here, we're going to try and get into the vehicle. Now the first thing is this little cover here has got to come off, okay, and I have just loosened this. One thing I would suggest is that you might want to try and do this before you actually come to the emergency, because it's always going to be some dark or cold windy night and you're trying to find the thing, try to find out to do it. What I've done is I've cleaned it all up inside and oiled it sort of up with a bit of silicone oil, just to try and make this free it up a bit, because you can bet your bottom dollar it's not been off for a couple of 3 years, and the first time you come to do it it's going to be stuck tight. Right, let me show you where it is. So the key, there is a sort of some guide, and when we get this off I'll show it to you because it's better, but there is I'm sure I can get this to work. But on the bottom of the actual plastic end piece there, it shows, actually, I'm not sure I can see it, but anyway, it shows a key and it shows the arrow wanting to move it that way. Okay, so there's an arrow and then there's a key. The key, your key goes in here, okay, so just underneath the door there, the key goes in there, right, and you push up, you have to push up, and effectively what I do is get my fingers in the gap there and claw it towards the back of the car, okay, and then that once you've got that, you might want to say, you might want to try and do this sort of at home when you're not in some form of emergency, because I'll tell you what, my one was stuck and I've had to just work it to get this thing off. Anyway, so it now will come off, so there you go, and then that will allow you then to you can then use this to unlock the door. There you go. Okay, so then we're in. Okay, so that's that. Now this is point number, it's number 5, this one of the 8. Once you've been able to do that, so you're using this key to get in, what I've also done is I've removed the batteries, as if this fob does not work. So I'm going to try now, and if I click the buttons, you'll see that nothing happens, but I've taken the batteries out. Okay, so you're only part way there, because obviously you've undone the door, as I said before, okay, which is this way, okay, and then the issue is you still can't actually start the car because the battery's flat. So there is, Ford in their wisdom have done something here. Sorry for the mess in here. So I'm going to be using that fob. Okay, let's just move some of this stuff out of the way. Now apparently what I understand is in here underneath let's move this out of the way. I'm understanding that there is something in underneath here that you can just then, so this is only half the battle, obviously. So what we're going to do is get these out of here. So move that out of the way, and then apparently under here, I think, let's have a look. Now there's a little tag there, so we can grab hold of that. So, okay, I don't think you need the whole lot up. You stick this in there, and now that should work. Let's see what happens. So yeah, so there we go. So that's your solution there. Okay, so that's point number 5 to start up, and also then now also you can actually, you've unlocked the car with this key here as well. Okay, that's good. Right, the next piece of information is in reverse gear. You've got the backup camera, or reverse camera, as I say. There's a plus sign right at the top there. If you want to actually scroll in down on the floor, just press that plus sign. There you go. So that's number 6 for you. And then comes back again. Okay. So the next one, number 7, is you've got the modes down the bottom here. So you just push this up, and this is the driving modes: sport, the race, track, snow, so on. Okay. So that's that one. Okay. This one down here is the steering. Okay. So normal. You've got the sport, and then you've got comfort. Okay. So that's that one. And then this one here is your traction control. Okay. And that's the traction control off. Alright. And traction back on again. Traction off, traction back on. Okay. What is little known, I think, is that if you hold this one for a few seconds, 5 seconds maybe, that has now taken everything off. You see, with the traction control as it was before, that was partially, some things were partially left on. So that is the one that you want to use to take everything off. Hold that up for 5 seconds. Okay. And then it's that's done. But that's not very well publicised or known. Okay, so the final one, number 8, is that you go to start the car up, and then you take the key with you. It gives you a warning that you've done so. So let's try this out. So I think you should hoot the horn or something like that. But anyway, let's see what happens. Let's fire it up. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the key with. Let's see what happens. Yeah, see. So that gives you the warning that the key is outside the car whilst the car is running. Okay, so hopefully that's you found some of that useful. I'm hoping, and I'm hoping that I've perhaps enlightened some of you to lots of little tricks around the vehicle. Okay.